Live from the studios at the University of Kansas, you are watching KUJH-TV News.
Some parents and students say school emergency drills cause more problems than they solve. We'll show you how a law change may help out.
And using fake money might be something you've only seen in movies, but it's a serious issue. We'll show you how one local business handles counterfeit currency.
Plus, a beautiful white tree catches people's attention for all the wrong reasons. KUJH reporter Becky Phelps tells us why Lawrence looks to replace these beauties. Welcome to KUJH News. I'm Hannah Thurman.
And I'm Emily Natwick. It's one of the biggest rulings to ever come out of the Kansas Supreme Court.
They say the state constitution protects the right of Kansas women in Kansas to have an abortion if they choose. The actual ruling is almost 200 pages long. The court says the first section of the state constitution guarantees personal autonomy as a fundamental right, and the legislature did not meet the high burden it faces when it uses authority to infringe on a fundamental right. The case involved doctors suing over a 2015 law limiting the types of abortion services they could provide. The court published its ruling in a way that announces the winning side without indicating which way the 7 individual justices voted. Only Lawrence native and KU grad Justice Caleb Siegel wrote a specific dissent.
Using 50s and 100s is common now that most people got their tax refunds. But for businesses, accepting these large bills can lead to scams. KUJH reporter Andrew Collins went to Mass Street. Andrew, what should we and businesses be watching out for?
Emily, cash transactions over $50 run the highest risk of being counterfeited. Now, businesses here I spoke with say they have banks that protect them from counterfeit bills, but to protect yourself, be observant. Many downtown businesses would never suspect theft from their customers because of the number of honest ones who come through their doors. Despite this, bartender for the Replay Lounge, Matthew Ray, says he's had occasions where people attempted to pass fake bills.
We've had a couple that we found. Mostly we can catch them when they come through, but a couple of times the people that had them didn't even know, or they claimed they didn't know.
You may not know if you're passing the fake bills, but fortunately looking at them and their features can prevent you and businesses from being victims. When held up to the light, bills $50 and above feature a watermark of the president's face visible on the other side of the bill. A security code running vertical across the bill can also be seen. If none of those are present, then the money may be fake. Lawrence Public Affairs Officer Sean Gross says the use of smaller bills to print large bills make the counterfeit ones easy to point out.
Unfortunately, there are clever counterfeiters who have managed to figure out how to wipe the face of a legitimate bill off, let's say a $1 or a $5 bill, by using chemicals, household chemicals. And what they'll do is they'll print a higher denomination.
It's mostly honest people conducting business, whether online or in a small business, but the thieves passing fake bills can cost people thousands of dollars. Fortunately, knowing the warning signs can stop this theft from happening. Now, when I spoke to the Lawrence
State lawmakers decided students are spending too much time out of the classroom preparing for emergencies. A new law will reduce the number of crisis drills schools are required to do each year. KUJH reporter Ellen Terhune tells us why schools and first responders say less is more.
The new law will reduce the number of required drills each school year from 16 to 9. It now requires 4 fire, 2 tornado, and 3 crisis drills. Lawrence Free State Principal Myron Graber says the change is for the better.
Less classroom disruption, and the drills are more effective. If you have them too many times, kids and everybody just, it becomes, oh, another drill type of scenario. So I think we'll be able to do a better job with them and it'll be more effective.
The 2018 to 2019 school year was the first year the state required schools to do 16 drills. After a wave of school shootings across the country in 2018, the state reacted by adding 9 crisis drills on top of the 4 fire drills and 2 tornado drills previously required. The state fire marshal's office fully supports reducing the number of crisis drills.
It's too excessive and we're making students anxious, and the administrators are struggling to come up with the drills and prepare for the crisis drills, which are a lot more intensive than the fire drills. It kind of defeats the purpose of what we're wanting to do. We're wanting students to feel safe at school, and know what to do in case of an emergency.
Under the current law, schools are executing a drill every single week. The new law means they will now just practice the procedures once a month. In Lawrence, Ellen Terhune, KUJH News.
The new law goes into effect next school year and applies to all public and private elementary, middle, and high schools in the state.
School administrators and Kansas officials aren't the only ones supporting the new law. Some parents and guardians of students say they are happy state officials are taking crisis drills seriously, recognizing when too much is too much. Many were concerned when Kansas lawmakers approved increasing the amount of drills to 16 just last year. They argue requiring more drills takes time away from learning and adds extra worry to an already stressful topic.
I think it's an anxiety-producing thing. I think that kids at this stage should go through that, and maybe lowering it or using other means or using other teaching tools or doing less terrifying preparations might make a difference.
The change will start when students go back to class in August. Next, we have Warren with our weather.
Hey, happy Friday. A phenomenal spring day out there. It is 70 degrees. We are seeing a mostly sunny sky. All in all, it is a fantastic day. Really, campus is looking nice. We have nice flowers on the trees, and it's really a nice day. Winds out of the south around 5 to 10 miles per hour, but that does change as we head on into the day tomorrow. Taking a look at our current satellite imagery here in eastern Kansas, really seeing mostly sunny skies, a few clouds out to our west, but all in all, it is a fantastic spring day. A lot of changes to come, though. If you look off to our west, you can actually see there's some really warm temperatures, but with that also some very windy conditions. As this low pressure system organizing over western Kansas right now strengthens, and it will continue to move in our direction, bringing us some stronger winds for your day tomorrow. As far as your pollen forecast goes for tomorrow, if you are like me, man, this has been a tough few weeks for these allergies. Trees are high again for your day tomorrow, so if you have those tree allergens, I am so sorry, because it is going to continue for at least the next few days or so. Hopefully with a little bit of rainfall, that will start to go down, but the weeds and mold are also low. So here's what we can expect. A very pleasant Friday evening, so enjoy it while it lasts, because things are going to be changing. Windy conditions do return to your day tomorrow, and then we have some chances for some rainfall, and we'll have details coming up.
Well, I love this weather, but the allergies that come with it, I do not appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so beautiful outside right now, and I can't wait to watch the sunset.
Still to come on KUJH News. Spring has sprung for one KU professor. Find out how they plant grant money into research.
And President Trump tries to rally support at the NRA meeting in Indiana. Stay with us.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
My twin brother Jacob has an autism spectrum disorder. He didn't have any friends as a result. It broke my heart. That was the inspiration behind my nonprofit Score a Friend. Educating people to include people with differences is so important, because when Jacob's included, he feels like he can succeed in life and he feels like he actually has a purpose.
President Trump discussed plans to withdraw from UN Arms Trade Treaty and other policies to a crowd of NRA supporters in Indianapolis.
To a lot of witnesses. A message asking the Senate to discontinue the treaty ratification process and to return the now rejected treaty right back to me in the Oval Office, where I will dispose of it.
During the meeting, Trump says the administration plans to fight for the Second Amendment. He touted a strong economy and criticized the Mueller report and Russian investigation. But not everyone was excited to hear what Trump had to say.
Creating the next generation in any given field is a teacher's dream. KUJH reporter Harold Johnson tells us how KU's Research Excellence Initiative helps one KU science professor do just that.
Most would think a professor who just received a grant of money would be most excited to continue her research. But for Dr. Lena Heilman, the money she's received will do more than fund her interests.
I want to train the next generation of scientists. And so this additional money helps me to support undergraduate students, graduate students, and even postdoctoral researchers, people who've received a PhD and are gaining more research experience.
Dr. Heilman is a professor of ecology, but
I don't just study plants.
her research actually deals with plant genetics.
Well, we focus on flowering plants, and the flower itself is a really interesting complex structure to try and understand the genes and genetic pathways that allow for complexity.
This kind of research is not cheap. Dr. Heilman's studies require a constant stream of money. That is where the Research Excellence Initiative comes in. The Research Excellence Initiative, or REI for short, is a KU program that invests in faculty research. This year, the REI provided a total of $580,000 to KU researchers through its 2 awards, the Competitive Awards and the Accelerator Awards. In Lawrence, Harold Johnson, KUJH News.
The bulk of Dr. Heilman's money comes from the Accelerator Awards funded by a donor specifically interested in her studies. Heilman says this money will go a long way in moving her research forward.
All right, Warren, I'm loving this weather, but I'm hearing we're supposed to have some wind this weekend. What's up with that?
Mild temperatures tomorrow, but the wind is back and it's going to stick around. Plus, we have a few chances for some rain. We'll talk about all that coming up.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
I want some more.
What's he doing?
Please, sir, I want some more.
More? He has asked for more!
Thank you.
Well, he did say please.
Yes, he did. And thank you.
Please, and thank you. Pass it on.
Thank you.
A tree once thought to be perfect for lawns is having unintended side effects. KUJH reporter Becky Phelps is live with these pesky plants. Becky, what's so bad about these trees?
Emily, the Bradford pear tree is very famous for its overwhelming smells and beautiful white flowers, but once these petals start to fall, a more vicious side starts to show.
Bradford pear trees are one of the most popular ornamentals because of its white blooms and naturally rounded shape. But Lawrence horticultural manager Crystal Miles says they can be deceptively dangerous.
They cross-pollinated and the seeds became vile. So what was a benign ornamental tree became kind of a nightmare.
Years of cross-pollination led to new hybrids with weak wood and thorns. They grow to be 30 feet tall, making them easy to break. There are pear trees around Massachusetts Street and several local parks, but the city is looking to replace them.
They just moved all over the place. Fence rows, pastures, any place the birds would go, they have been spread now. So we even have some issues in our parks, wild areas where some of the Callery pears now are getting started and we're having to go in and remove those.
Owner of Clinton Parkway Nursery, Ann Puser, only offers one type of Bradford pear. It's lost so much appeal over the years, she doesn't even carry it in the store. When orders do come in, she does her best to warn them off.
Because a lot of times when you tell them as, I'm going to say an authority that, okay, I know what's going on and you really don't, and no offense, then they realize, oh, maybe, is there another option?
She recommends crabapple, Japanese lilac, and yellowwood trees that have colorful blooms without the negatives.
Becky's having some technical difficulties out in the field, but the city is planning to replace old pear trees on Mass Street with a different species of ornamental. Live in Lawrence, Becky Phelps.
Hannah, we just like you so much here. We just had to get you in there for a little while. It's a gorgeous day out there. 70 degrees is our current temperature, mostly sunny skies, winds 5 to 10. That will change quickly as we head on into your day tomorrow. So those gusty conditions are returning for your overnight hours into tomorrow. Will be a nice and mild day, but like I said, those strong winds are returning. Well, it's this time of year. Spring flowers, some nice dandelion coverage all along campus. That's just that time of year, I guess. Everything's starting to bloom. Our current radar out there, we are seeing a few very spotty light showers up towards the north, but all in all for us, we will stay dry for the next few hours. We do have a slight chance for a few thunderstorms overnight into early tomorrow morning, but we'll get to that here in just a second. Our current surface analysis shows high pressure, which essentially means sunny skies and pretty calm conditions over the southern Great Plains today, and that will continue to move as this low pressure develops along the Rockies here, and then will bring us our next chance for some rainfall. So here's what we can expect. A chance for some overnight storms tonight. Then Saturday, our gusty winds do return, and leaving us a little bit cooler for your Sunday. We have a nice little cool front coming through. Temperatures only in the 60s for your day on Sunday. As far as tonight goes, though, gorgeous evening. 71 at 6 o'clock, dropping into the 60s and then the upper 50s by midnight. So it will be a little bit chilly, but still a very comfortable evening. Winds nice and light. And then here's our chance for a few thunderstorms overnight. Should all be in the overnight hours. And then this wind also does return, gusting up to 21 miles per hour or so. But that's at 3 o'clock. As you head on into your afternoon hours, though, you could see even stronger gusts up to 40 tomorrow. So hold on to your hats. It won't be a good hair day. Sorry to break it to you, Hannah. It's not going to be a great day for your hair tomorrow. Futurecast shows 4 o'clock and tomorrow morning. There's some spotty activity here in eastern Kansas. Look up to the north and the Dakotas, entering into Minnesota. Some snow. They just can't shake it. Some late spring snow possible for them up there, and some measurable snowfall as well. So northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, and western Wisconsin could see yet another round of some measurable snow. For your weekend forecast here, 70 tomorrow, windy, 30% chance for some morning showers. A cool night on Saturday as we head on into Sunday, and then 64 degrees for your day on Sunday. So a little bit chilly, mostly sunny skies, and then another chance for some more widespread rainfall Sunday evening. As you can see that here, this is at 9 o'clock on Sunday, starting to see some more widespread activity across the entire region, and then that lasts into the morning on Monday, and then again on Tuesday. So we have multiple rounds, multiple waves of some rainfall expected here over the next few days. So we actually do need some rainfall, so good news for that. But we are a little bit cooler next week. 66 only on Monday. 58 is your high on Tuesday with that chance for some rain. And then we warm back up into the 70s as we head on into the second part of the week.
Well, Warren, thanks for the heads up on the hairdo. I will plan accordingly. Still to come on KUJH News, you've heard about children being selfish with their favorite toy, but it turns out this isn't just a human issue. We'll tell you about the one zoo animal's trouble with sharing after break.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Hi.
Hi. Patience. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
An Alaskan sandwich shop's fundraising effort has 2 polar bears in a huge pickle. The restaurant caught wind that the Alaska Zoo was set to welcome its new friend Cranberry and wanted to make her feel more at home. It took 6 weeks to raise money to buy Cranberry a plastic 5-pound pickle, but Cranberry was too quickly forced to share her new toy with her new roommates. The zoo director says one elementary school has pledged to raise more money to buy another pickle to settle the feud. That is quite the pickle.
Well, that one was a little too cheesy for me. I don't know about that. It was worth a shot.
This is the content we need.
This
is the news that we need.
I couldn't agree more.
Right? Exactly.
Happy Friday.
But that's KUJH News for Friday, April 26th.
To view our stories again or share them with your friends, visit our website at tv.ku.edu.
And check us out Monday at 4 for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening.